Dito muna tayo sa isang kabalbalan na ginawa dyan ng Malacanang, involving the PCO or Presidential Communication Office na pinamunuhan nitong wishy-washy na tao na hindi niya mapalagay kung saan siya. Nung una, nandoon siya sa panahon ni Duterte, nandoon siya sa Department of Transportation. Tapos nag-resign kasi hindi niya nagustuhan.
Bilib na bilib sa sarili.
Masyadong mataas ang tingin niya sa sarili niya. At totoo, naguyo niya ang Malacanang, pati si Garapal ba yun? O Garapil? Si Garapal tinanggal at siya ang pinalit. Pero dito sa episode na ipapakita natin, napakasinungaling itong tao na ito. Napakasinungaling itong kumag na to na lulukuhin pa ang mga taong bayan. I'm talking about the inaugural of President Donald Trump, whereby heads of states that matters to the United States of America were invited. Gusto pang isingit nitong walang kauri-uri na tao, si sinungaling sa Pilipino na imbitado daw si Marcos sa inaugurasyon. Ito po, pakinggan natin itong si Mr. Cesar Chavez.
Hindi dadalo si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa inaugurasyon ni US President-elect Donald Trump na nakatakdang ganapin ngayong Enero. Ayon sa kalihim ng Presidential Communications Office na si Secretary Cesar Chavez, ang mga inimbitahan lamang para sa naturang kaganapan ay ang mga Chief of Diplomatic Missions at ang kanilang mga asawa. Ito ay upang kumatawan sa kani-kanilang gobyerno at heads of state. Bunsod nito, ang dadalo sa inaugurasyon ay si Philippine Ambassador to the US, Jose Manuel Romualdez.
So, napakasinungaling mo, Mr. Chavez. Sasabihin mo pa sa mga Pilipino na hindi naman mga bobo itong mga kababayan nating mga Pilipino na hindi dadalo si Marcos sa inaugural ni Trump. Naisip mo ba yung dinadaldal mo na word na hindi dadalo? The presumption there, Mr. Chavez, is that Marcos was invited and that he will not be able to attend.
Ini-spin ni Cesar Chavez.
Ini-spin mo. Sige, i-explain mo. Kasi magaling ka dyan sa mga to interpret lies made by media.
PR man at saka broadcast yan.
So, ibig sabihin, niloloko mo by merely saying na the fact na hindi siya dadalo, you always when you don't show up to an invitation or we don't show up to an event, maybe a wedding, or you don't show up to a wedding of your friend, you don't show up to a Christmas party or birthday party of a friend, the presumption is you are invited, but you are not able to attend. So in this particular case,
hindi lang presumption, the premise.
The presumption or premise or the premise is that you are invited.
Naimbita ka.
Pero Chavez
to me naman yan.
Kasama tayo sa Duterte administration, pero I don't know kung nag-resign ka ba o nasipa ka doon sa Department of Transportation, doon sa railway. Parang deputy yata siya ni, I don't know if
dito gaani.
Hindi, basta nagtrabaho siya sa LRT or something at nag-resign siya dahil yata niya kasundo yung parang boss niya doon. Wishy-washy ang ugali nito, at dito naman pinakita niya yung kanyang walang katapatan at lulukuhin mo ang mga Pilipino, pinapalabas mo na Marcos is somebody na iimbitahin ni Trump. Ngunit hindi lang siya makapunta. That's exactly your meaning of your statement. At Marcos was invited, pero hindi siya makakapunta. At sasabihin mo pa, dadalo si Marcos sa isang pulong kay Trump. Paano naman siya dadalo sa isang pulong kay Trump? Trump is not Biden. Trump means that he cares for people na maging kaibigan niya at matapat na mga tao.
Dapat,
How can he invite this guy by the name of Marcos? We don't even know if Trump really talked to him when he congratulated Trump. Baka spin na naman ito ng PCO. Mga kababayan, anong masasabi mo?
Masasabi ko dyan, dahil wala na si Biden, lame duck na si Bongbong Marcos.
As far as relationship with the United States
is concerned, among other things.
And as far as China, because in this particular instance, sinasabi niya na practice daw na hindi nang iimbita ng head of state. Chavez, na sinungaling ka,
na naman.
Si Trump, hindi po practice yang hindi mag-imbita ng head of state. On the contrary, Trump invited Xi Jinping, because as far as the United States is concerned, China is an important part of the economy and the friendship that the United States has with its other countries, no? Marami pong inimbita, yung sa Argentina, sa El Salvador, inimbita. Sa Hungary, si Prime Minister Orban. Bakit mo isisingit yung tatay mo dyan sa Malacanang na wala naman talagang imbitasyon, pero i-spin mo, pinapalabas mo na hindi ugali or hindi practice ng inaugural sa Amerika na mang-iimbita ng head of state. Napaka sinungaling mo. Huwag mo namang lukuhin kasi mas matalino ang taong bayan kaysa iyo. So, nahuhuli ka patuloy at dagdagan mo pa ng kung ano-anong mga salita like making it appear na itong ambassador sa Amerika na Romualdez na kumag na tinatakot yung mga Pilipino na magbalot-balot na will represent daw the diplomatic corps of the Philippines. Kasi daw yun lang naman daw ang practice kung may inaugural ng pag-install ng president ng Amerika. That's a big lie.
The standard operating procedure dyan.
Okay, ikaw explain kasi you were in the Foreign Service.
I was in the Foreign Service in Washington, D.C. I was in the blue list of diplomats.
You try to lecture on this guy Chavez kasi announcer lang naman ito dati. I mean, lumaking pakpak. Pero okay lang naman, wala naman tayong away sa kanya, wala naman tayong personal na sa kanya. Pero
it does not stop
hindi maganda na magsinungaling ka, lalo na ang mga Pilipino ay matalino. Nahuhuli tuloy yung kasinungalingan mo or yung spin mo. Sige, paring Ado, ituloy.
It does not stop the president from inviting. There is no law. There is nothing against that. It is not a bad practice. In fact, it's a sign of hospitality. It is an expression of friendship at this time when the United States need friends outside of the U.S.
And para ipalabas niya kasi, ang kanya kasi ditong na since hindi pinansin yung kanyang amo, hindi man lang pinadala ng katiting na man lang greeting or whatever, pinapalabas niya na tulad ng mga ibang head of state ay hindi daw nag-imbita ang Amerika ng head of state.
Grinit ba ni Trump si Bongbong nung ma-elect si Bongbong? Pero
Hindi.
si Bongbong, grinit si Trump.
Oh. But as to whether Trump answered it or just an underling who
Baka si Chavez na naman at si Babe Romualdez na nag-excel dyan.
wala talagang peho na news item that Trump even bothered to talk for Marcos for 1 second. Spin lang nila yan that Bongbong upon the announcement of victory of Trump ay tumawag at nag-congratulate. Pero there is no news item which says that Trump answered it and uttered a certain thank you or something to that effect.
At isa pang ina-assume nila rito ay bobo si Trump na hindi alam na itong si Marcos at si Biden ang nagpasama ng Philippine-American relationship.
At magkasabwat.
Magkasabwat sa...
At hinihimok ang China.
Oo.
Ha?
Kaibigan ni Trump si Jinping.
Oo.
Naloko na sila.
Oo. So, yun lang po. Nating personal. Pero, ang nire-raise lang natin ang issue dito sa Malacanang, dyan sa isang ex-Chief Justice na sinungaling din.
Bata daw niya si Chavez eh.
Bata pala niya.
So, daw
birds of the same feather flock together. Tapos, ang inaano natin ay huwag tayong magsinungaling sa publiko dahil mahuhuli tayo. Lalo lang pinasama nyo yung amo nyo. Sa pagsisip-sip nyo sa amo nyo, na walang kamalay-malay, you are just destroying more his reputation and integrity. Yun po ang pinaparating lang namin dyan sa mga operative dyan sa Snake Pit, Malacanang, mga kababayan. And going back to what I earlier stated,
introduction,
when I said that this is an important matter, when you compare both head of state, one an ex-president, the one a present president, when they deal with their underlings, specifically in this particular case, the vice president of the country, how presidents deal with their tandem or with their next in line official. Ito po, pakita natin itong reaksyon ni Marcos tungkol sa impeachment ng kanyang vice presidente. Ito, pakinggan natin.
Well, it was actually private communication but nalik na, yes. Because that's really my opinion. This is not important. This does not make any difference to even one single Filipino life. So why waste time on this? What will happen to if somebody files an impeachment? It will tie down the House, it will tie down the Senate, it will just take up all the time, and for what? For nothing. For nothing. None of this will help improve a single Filipino life. As far as I'm concerned, it's a storm in a teacup.
Sir, have you reached the point of no return, you and VP Sara, sir?
Never say never.
See? Yun ang reaksyon niya. Pero tingnan natin para ilatag natin ang event dito. Unang-una, hindi pa ito naging public. Pero mayroon sigurong chismoso ng mga congressmen because he admitted na private conversation. So, ang alam natin, nagtitext siya sa mga members of the House. And most of these members, in fact, if not even all of these members, kakilala ni Marcos dahil nagbibisita sa Malacanang. So kung nagtitext siya at sinasabi niya, wag niyong i-impeach kasi it's a storm in the teacup, no Filipino lives will be improved, it will be divisive. Halimbawa, nakatanggap ako, congressman ako, galing sa presidente. Anong aksyon mo, pare? Siyempre, re-respetuhin mo. Kung talagang naniniwala ka sa liderato at binabalyo mo yung speaker mo ay bata-bata ni Pangulong Marcos at hindi naman magiging speaker yan kung walang basbas at ikaw ay sumasamba at tumitingala doon sa speaker mo, anong reaction mo kung makatanggap ka ng
una, magugulat ako. Pangalawa, masisindak ako.
Hindi, ang gagawin mo dyan, susundin mo. Hindi ka na masisindak dahil this open comes as a matter of course that your president communicates with you directly. Dahil ikaw din, sumisip-sip ka rin sa kanya. May mga hiningi kang mga programa, may mga... So, you maintain a certain rapport with your boss, which is the president. So, anong reaction mo pag natanggap mo yan? Yes, boss. Hindi po namin gagawin yan. Pero what happens, mga kababayan? Nakatanggap itong mga congressmen ng personal appeal ni Marcos na wag mag... Pero what happened? Sinunod ba siya? Tinuloy ba nila yung impeachment? Tinuloy. May nag-i-endorse. In fact, the Secretary General na kaibigan ko has admitted to the fact na hinihikayat nila ang mga taong bayan na mag-file. Meron ng isa. Ordinarily, under the rules, dapat in-endorse na yan. Doon sa Committee on Rules para maano sa Committee on Justice, or it's already endorsed to the Speaker who is the head of the House of Representatives. Pero hindi. So ibig sabihin, mga congressmen, in fact, a lot of them were interviewed. None of them was very precise na susundin namin si Marcos. Mayroon ka bang rinig na interview ng isang member ng House na sasabihin, no, we follow the request of the President. We follow the appeal of the President. None. Pero ito, tingnan mo itong tunay na Pangulo. Tingnan mo itong may bayag na Pangulo. Tingnan mo itong Pangulo na nirerespeto ng mga miyembro ng Congress noong siya ay naging Pangulo. Tingnan mo, as compared to this Marcos, ano siya? Anong tawag mo?
Lame duck.
Lame duck. At what is he?
Bangag.
Bangag.
Lame duck, bangag.
Lame duck, bangag pa, sabi ni Alo,
Sir, may nagsampa na po ng impeachment complaint against Vice President Leni Robredo.
I won't.
Do you think, sir, may basehan po para ma-impeach nga po siya? What are your thoughts po?
Look, we just had an election. Guys, lay off. Let's stop it. Can do other things, but do not tinker with the structure of government. I will not countenance it. Elected yung tao. So, why do you have to sit just because he keeps on harping on me? Yeah, this is democracy. It's freedom of speech. Wala naman, there is no overt acts committed. Kakatapos lang ng eleksyon, bakit mo sirayan bayan? Okay, ako, malay mo ako, baka hindi na ako magising bukas sa bangungot, okay na. Siya naman, pero you create trouble there po. Ayaw yung military kasi ayaw nila hindi naman tamad, pero bakit mo dagdagan yung problema nila? Pati police. Who will keep order in this country, kundi sila. Ngayon magsabi lang, hindi lang natin magsabi lang, mga to gusto ng gulo. Gusto talaga ng basagan ng ulo. Maganda na nga ang buhay kakatapos lang ng eleksyon. This is a democracy. Leaders are elected. If there are to be a son of a it's still the people's choice. Remember that.
So, tingnan mo napaka-precise. Hindi palikoy-likoy na, storm in the teacup. Stop it! Sabi ni Duterte. Sir, is there any contemplation of Leni Robredo's impeachment? Kasi may mga umuugong-ugong din yung mga gusto rin magsipsip kay Pangulong Duterte noon. Stop it! Katatapos lang ng election, guguluhin niyo ang bansa. Ha? Oh. So, okay, ang tanong ngayon, after he spoke about his reaction on the impeachment of Leni Robredo, may isa bang nag-attempt, mga kababayan? Was there any member of the House or any private person that attempted to file an impeachment against Leni Robredo? Wala. Wala po tayo.